Utility. Utility is a basic quality of a product. Utility is a one satisfying capacity of a product. According to Stanley Jevons, utility is a capacity of the commodity to satisfy a human want. A product is purchased or demanded not because of its quality, color, durability, etc., but because it has a basic quality, that is utility. In other words, utility is one satisfying capacity of the commodity. Features of utility. Keywords are given above. Kindly refer the same. Point number 1. Relative concept. Utility is related to time and place. It differs from time to time and place to place. Example, cotton clothes in summer and woolen clothes in winter have greater utility. A commodity may have utility at a particular time or place and may not have utility at another point of time or place. Example, mobile phones have utility at homes but have limited utility inside a classroom. Thus, utility is a relative concept. Point number 2. Not easily measurable. Utility is a psychological concept. It is invisible and intangible. It cannot be measured cardinally, that is, in numbers. However, one can ordinarily measure it. Example, a thirsty person after drinking water may derive higher or lower level of utility. Cardinal measurement means quantitative measurement. Utility is psychological and subjective. Utility can be expressed ordinarily by person when he consumes a commodity, but it cannot be measured precisely in numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Point number 3. Ethically neutral. Utility is morally neutral. It does not make any difference between good, bad, moral or immoral. Example, knife has utility for a housewife to cut vegetables and for a killer to harm somebody. The concept of utility is ethically neutral. A commodity continues to possess utility till it can satisfy the wants. Point number 4. Depends on intensity of want. The utility of a commodity depends upon intensity or urgency of a want. As urgency of want declines, utility diminishes. Example, utility of food is higher for a hungry person and utility declines with satisfaction of hunger. An individual is more interested in consuming a commodity as long as his wants remain unsatisfied. The urgency of want determines the amount of utility. More urgent or intense the want, more will be the utility. As the urgency of want declines, utility diminishes. Point number 5. Different from satisfaction. Utility and satisfaction are interrelated terms, but there is a difference. Utility is the capacity of the commodity to satisfy human want, and satisfaction is the feeling of happiness realized by customer. Satisfaction is a mental state and utility is the quality in the thing which gives satisfaction. A consumer thinks of utility when he is contemplating the purchase of a commodity, but he secures the satisfaction only after having consumed the commodity. Point number 6. Different from usefulness. Usefulness is the benefit derived by a consumer. A commodity which possesses utility may not be useful. Example, a cigarette has utility for a smoker, but it does not have usefulness as it is injurious to health. A commodity has usefulness only if it satisfies a good want and creates consumer welfare. Example, liquor has no usefulness as it is harmful to health. The basis. Point number 7. Different from pleasure. Utility and pleasure are different. A commodity may have utility, but its consumption may not provide pleasure. Example, an injection has utility for a patient, but it is painful, so it does not give pleasure. Point number 8. Basis of demand. Utility forms the basis of demand. If a commodity does not give any utility, a person may not demand it. Example, demand for pen is more for students because utility of pen is more for them. Point number 9. Subjective concept. Utility of a commodity cannot be same for all individuals. It differs from person to person due to differences in taste, preference, choice, likings, etc. of people. Example, utility of book is greater for an educated person than an illiterate person. Utility is a subjective concept. It is something experienced by the consumer after the consumption of a commodity.